the Bears side of things, though, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of Bears fans in here like, you guys never give us our flowers. Like, I don't know. I've been pretty pro-Bear. I know you guys are a little.
We just sat here and said this was the best game the Bears have played all year by a significant margin, that Caleb Williams had one of the best games of his career.
I haven't seen the Bears beat a team by... When was the last time the Bears beat a team by 30 points?
Oh, it's...
Were we born? I mean...
Today, 31-3. Now, Cleveland's not a good team. I don't think Cleveland's a good team, but... The Bears had a tough loss last week in Green Bay. I think one that a lot of Bears fans thought they could go in and win that game in Lambeau. But the way they lost, the fashion they lost, should have given a lot of people hope, because they played a tough game and they've been resilient all year long. Perfect bounce back. Like, you can't ask for a better way to bounce back. And in light of what happened in Denver today, and in light of what happened in LA with the Rams-Lions game, the Bears are back in contention for the 1 seed. They're right back there.
They're the current 2, aren't they?
Yeah, they're the 2 seed. They reclaimed the NFC North
with a home game next week.
Yeah, and so if you're a Bears fan, you're sitting back going, obviously no one wants to root for injuries, and I'm seeing some super chats. We'll get to it in a second. No one roots for injuries. It's wrong to do that. But the fact of the matter is that Green Bay is down a lot of really good players, and this is the best opportunity the Bears have had to go on a run in a really long time.
I've always said, I've preached this several times, is teams with aspirations to go far, like teams who believe that they are good enough to play in the final game of the season, are teams that do exactly what the Bears just did today. Like, when you go on the road to another good team, division rival, Lambeau Field, you play a good game and you lose close. It's all about how you come back that following week. Like, if you come back and you follow up a tough loss like that with another sluggish game or another loss, maybe you just aren't all that good. But to come home angry, hungry, and to win a game by 30 points, where Caleb has the best game of his career.
That throw, did you see the throw to DJ Moore's second touchdown today?
Yeah, look, Caleb Williams is starting to prove me wrong a little bit.
He can do just unbelievable things.
It's crazy though that we were seeing DJ Moore is dead weight headlines a week ago, and now he put out this performance. Like, on this Bears team, it was a great game for Luther Burden, but anyone on this Bears team can kill you when Caleb was throwing the ball sometimes, which is just crazy.
They're the 2 seed.
I'm seeing someone saying that this channel picked the Browns. I mean, maybe you guys picked the Browns. I want to be very clear.
Yeah, me and Z picked the Browns.
Yeah, I mean,
and look, I'll admit it. I was dead wrong. Chicago proved something significant to me today.
I was also dead wrong. I mean, the Bears must have watched the show and then wanted to stick it to me.
Yeah, I'm not, not to make you guys feel worse. It was just a horrendous prediction. Like, the Bears were never. I told you the Bears were never going to lose that game.
Every prediction I made this week was horrendous.
It was a bad prediction.
yeah. But now that you watched Chicago today, and
I also was the only one who had Denver over Green Bay, though.
You did. Do you think this Bears ceiling has been raised for you, Ziggy? Like, their long season goals?
But by long-term goals, you mean this season?
Yeah, I'm sorry. This year's long-term goals.
I mean, I will say this. I think it was raised today. Essie's like, part of it was they had a great game today. This alone isn't enough to convince me that the Bears are really good, but this certainly helped, and they've played very well. Like, since the Vikings game, really, I don't think the Vikings game was that good, but their 4 games since then, they've definitely shown that they're a better team than they started the year. And as much as I hate to say it, they're helped out a lot by the fact the division just got significantly more winnable. Like, would I pick them to go on the road and beat Philadelphia or the Rams? Now, people are going to say we already beat Philadelphia on the road, but probably not. But if you get to host a playoff game, the conference championship is very much in play for Chicago if they win this division and get the 2 seed.
Yeah, I mean, if you're a 2, it really, for me, is next week. You're playing Sunday Night Football with a division lead.
Saturday night
football. Yeah. With the division lead at home against the Packers. If you win that game and you're the division leader with 2 weeks left to go, one of those games being at home against the Lions, for me, it's like, F it, let's go in the Super Bowl.
Oh, 100%.
If you beat Green Bay, if you beat Green Bay next Saturday night and 2 weeks left in the season, you're the number 2 seed. Let's go in the damn Super Bowl. 1,000%.
Going on the road and beating the Rams would be hard. But if the playoffs ended today and they were the 2 seed, first they'd play Green Bay, right? So, or the Lions, right? Whichever those teams ends up getting in. So, like, make of that what you will. It'll be one of those 2. Green Bay's reeling. The Lions aren't as good as they have been historically. And then you're probably going to play
historically.
Yeah,
like either the winner of either Eagles 49ers or Bucks Seahawks. Those are winnable games at home for Chicago.
If I think that forget at the Rams, but if the Bears were to beat Green Bay at home and close the season beating the Lions at home, that goes to show me right there that we're ready to go into the playoffs and beat whoever.
I'll say this right now. If Green Bay beats Green Bay, or if the Bears beat Green Bay next week, I'm picking the Bears to go to the conference championship.
Wow, that's a big turn.
Which is nuts. And this is how much, when I talk about the Packers' loss changing how I see the Bears, they played great today. But if you win the division, like, you can't tell me the Bears winning 2 in a row at home and going to the conference championship is impossible.
I actually don't like if the Bears had 2 home games in Chicago and
that crowd is going to be
like I don't think I'd pick against them there.
The crowd will be, and I know a lot of Packers fans will be at the Bears game next Saturday, but the juice you're going to get out of Chicago right now, it's going to be something that a lot of people I don't think have seen in their lifetime, and maybe not lifetime, but for the younger Bears fans, definitely. Like, this is the first time. Forget the Mitch Trubisky year, right? For in my lifetime, I think this is the most gassed up I can remember the Bears fan base. I don't remember 2006 all that well. I know obviously the defense was unbelievable. You go to the Super Bowl, you lose, but this is the first time I'm looking at Chicago going, oh, like that team. They're not just really good for this. Like, they're set up well too, and I would be so pumped up if I were a Bears fan. This is the time. You have to win this game Saturday night.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you have to.
You have to win this game. At home, Packers reeling, you have to win this game.
It's all set up for them to go and take what they think is theirs. All the Bears fans all year long have been saying, people are underrating us. We can actually win this division. And I think most media people like us, most other NFC North fans have been like, okay, just shut up. Like, go ahead, beat the Raiders like on your block kicks. Now this is your time to make everybody to eat those words. And you've already done that, by the way. You've already done that by beating Philly. You've done that with your 10-4. It's unbelievable. This is it. Like this is it.
Yeah, for Chicago, it is no longer, boy, it's unbelievable. We're playing so well. This is a great season. Let's wrap it up, guys. This is something special is happening in Chicago this year. And again, like, are the Bears going to go on a run? We can't know that. But if you win next week, a lot of my doubts are going to be resolved for Chicago.
Well, I'm just looking to...
You know what might feed the entire country?
What?
If we see Caleb Williams and Bo Nix, little USC-Oregon rivalry in the Super Bowl. Could you imagine?
That would just be so bad. Like, this football season has just been horrible. It's a nightmare.
They just played in college 2 years ago.
I mean, there's a non-trivial chance it's Caleb Williams and Sam Darnold in the NFC Championship game. And in the AFC, you got Bo Nix just getting it done with Drake May, the quarterback the Vikings should have had.
A couple USC guys in the conference chip.
I can't do it with this football season anymore. Like, it's just between the Vikings, Notre Dame. I'm sure the Packers fans now agree with me. But here's just something to kind of show what we're talking about with Green Bay. The Packers are 2.5-point favorites in Chicago. The Green Bay's 2.5-point favorites in this game. So just to kind of, and then we'll talk about, the Bears should feel absolutely slighted by that. Like, I would be, if I'm Ben Johnson, that's postered everywhere because Chicago should be favored right now, in my opinion. But what we're trying to tell the Packers fans earlier in the show about kind of like, this sucks, but take a step back, you can still be competitive. Everyone agree, or most of us agree, that the Bears are a very good football team. They're the number 2 seed in the NFC right now, and you're still favored on the road. Like, that's what we're like. Vegas still thinks Green Bay is a very good football team. How much did their odds drop, you think, to go?
They didn't just beat Chicago.
Honestly, the Packers said they were 6.5-point favorites home, so they would have been 5-point favorites in Green Bay. Call it 5.5. So it dropped 3 points.
Green Bay right now, with the Parsons injury, is 7th in odds to go to the Super Bowl, to win the Super Bowl still.
Because they have Jordan Love.
They're behind the Rams.
This isn't an issue. Like, people are saying the line's going to get moved. They set the line knowing all these injuries. It's not a surprise to Vegas that Micah Parsons is hurt.
Sorry, they're tied for 5th. They're tied with Philly and Houston. Houston's run is just the Texans are coming on.
But that should give Bears fans some optimism too. What that's saying is the NFL is wide open this year.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Bears are still plus 3,500. They're behind Detroit still.
I also think a lot of it is
crazy.
Just like, so much of it when they make these lines is like based on public perception. Like, people will still think the Packers being the Packers are better than the Bears.
Money is going to flood on Chicago for this line. Vegas has to be very confident that Green Bay is better than Chicago if they're setting this line.
Yeah, I mean, Bears fans are going to go crazy.
I guarantee you right now, of like the Bears coming off a 31-3 victory and the Packers having 4 of their top 5 players out for injury, public money is going to flood to Chicago.
I feel like most people are taking Green Bay. I feel like most people even know about the injuries. Like, seriously.
Oh, you mean most people? Like,
yes. Like, I think most people who walk into a sports book are saying, "Oh, Green Bay's -2 against the Bears." Like,
I
seriously,
think people know about these injuries. A prime time injury to Micah Parsons. You're going to hear about.
You'd be very surprised, Ziggy. I think you'd be very surprised.
Maybe so, but I will say. So we talked about Chicago. We've talked about Green Bay. I do want to hit this Lions game a little bit, because this was an incredible effort from Detroit that unfortunately came up. Like, they had a big lead. They blew it. They almost came back. Jared Goff was everything I think we want him to be this game for the most part. But this is a devastating loss for Detroit and what should have been a very winnable game.
Well, it's a devastating loss, but it's still
it's devastating because they need to win every game, not because losing to the Rams in LA is a disaster.
No, and they still need to win. Like, they need to win out at this point, and they have Pittsburgh at home, at Minnesota, at Chicago.
It's 3 losses right there.
I like looking at that right now. Let's assume they beat Pittsburgh at home. Let's assume they beat the Vikings in Minnesota, which I know they lost just the first time when they were in Detroit.
They're going to demolish us in Minnesota.
But if you're a Detroit fan,
that line is going to be Lions -14.5, and it's going to be on Zigger's ad.
What the Lions are,
the JJ McCarthy under.
What the Lions are right now is a Bears loss to the 49ers or Packers away from controlling their own destiny again, because they play Chicago at the end of the year in Chicago. So the scenarios are, I mean, there are just so many different ways this can work out still in the NFC, particularly in the NFC North, that we're going to learn a lot from the Packers-Bears game. That game, and it's fun, Saturday night, that's going to be a blast. But that game will dictate a lot of what teams need to do and who's truly in contention for what. Bears win, and all of a sudden the 1 seed's kind of on the table. Packers win, they're back in control of the North. And the Bears are suddenly kind of on the fritz for even making the playoffs. So they have 2 games against the 49ers and Lions to get in. So it's going to be exciting. I mean, it's going to be fun.